Ethan tells me they wash balls for free. Dean grabs a chainsaw and Vicky gets the flame. Here they come to bring the pain. Ooh, the investigations are free. DMV will wash your balls in gasoline. Every Clifter emasculated will agree. Nobody can do it like Dean and Vicky. If your name is Manning or PTP, Vicky's gonna find what there is to see. And if your name is Jonathan Delvaros, Dean will come and remove your toes. Ooh, they use objectivity. DMV will wash your balls in gasoline. Every grifter emasculated will agree. Nobody can do it like Dean and Vicky. Research pays off, don't you know? And it pays to be in the Twitter. Their patience really is legendary. And what they learn about you is scary. Ooh, castrated you will be. DMV will wash your balls in gasoline. Every grifter emasculated will agree. Nobody can do it like Dean and Vicky. Dean and Vicky, an unlikely team, spotting truth like a laser beam. Eric July cannot escape the truth. His books are shit like a goof. Their work is simply D. DMV will wash your balls in gasoline. Every grifter emasculated will agree. Nobody can do it like Dean and Vicky. Vicky and Dean will find you. Vicky and Dean will remind you. Vicky and Dean will expose you. Vicky and Dean will depose you. The investigations are free. DMV will wash your balls in gasoline. Every grifter emasculated will agree. Nobody can do it like Dean and Vicky.
Good evening, everybody. It is your host, DA Talks. I'm joined, as always, by the person. Couldn't find a compliment. Just couldn't do it. I'm joined always by the person I think she's human, Vicky.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Indeed, we have quite the show for you guys tonight. I think Vicky might be a little soft. I'm gonna turn you up for once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Still a little. Let's go all the way, 100% for Vicky. It's usually too much, guys.
I can turn up on my side.
Maybe just a. I think it's good. People in the chat, how is our volumes? Are they pretty equal?
Is it all right, everybody?
Yeah. Are they equal, or does Vicky need a little bit more?
Do I need to make some adjustment? Yeah. Oh well. We'll see if anybody complains.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't care.
I don't either.
Let's go ahead and read some of the chat, guys. We have, like I said, like I always say, because we always do, we have quite the show for you guys tonight. Katie did, properly, rightfully, DMCA struck, but then still crying about it. Tony, giving the worst advice on what to do about it. And Ethan, trying to incite his fans to mass flag our channel over the DMCA strike that
Katie rightfully deserved.
Yes. Yeah. But before we get into it, we have James Hurley saying, fuck EVS. I agree with that.
I say that a lot.
Yeah, say that quite a lot. I use the F slur when saying it mostly, but we have Wiggle saying, I don't want to miss this.
Hey, Wiggle.
Lasmat says, I want to incite fans to force Wiggle to stop being a hack.
Dude, that ain't gonna work.
I don't think any amount of inciting will stop Wiggle from being a hack.
Yeah.
He's a professional hack at this point. Carol Colors says, Duck Boy with the mic of a poor calling Wiggle a hack. Ooh. Art Bell says, lots of Vicky mentions on EVS's last 2 to 3 shows. And we will talk about that.
We will be getting to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Bahr says, uppity boys, hail the uppity boys. Vicky, you're not invited.
I know I'm not.
Yeah, and you never will be.
I got a bigger dick than any of you, and I'm still not invited to join the boys club.
Okay, it was cold. It's cold. That's the only reason it's small, Vicky. It's because it's cold. Even though it's like 100 degrees, okay? Fuck you. Jay Dallas says, uh-oh. Morg says, testing to see if YouTube lets me say white trash. And spoilers, it did. It did.
Nice.
No homo, but
Fake
Dean is...
producers need to know those things.
Vicky.
I know, I'm going to interrupt you all night.
You piece of shit. Cowboy Bebop says, no homo, but Dean is sounding very submissive and breedable today.
He always sounds breedable.
Oh, God. Why would you say... Why did you say it? And the way you said it. And the way it was...
Just to mess with you.
It was... I feel...
It makes you feel uncomfortable.
I definitely do feel uncomfortable. I think you win. Richie Dupe says, oh, I'd heard Fat Man told his gay simps to flag you guys.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Vicky is still way too loud. I can hear her still. That's how I always feel. Like, oh, if you could just mute your mic, that'd be great. Vicky and Dean, thoughts on Katie Did showing her kids movies like Showgirls and 8 Mile Meter? I don't...
My nephew's favorite movie when he was like 6 or 7 was Ghost Ship. So, big whoop.
Yeah, I don't know those movies, but I don't know. I can't actually give you an answer.
Showgirls was really bad.
No, well then that's fucked up. I don't...
So bad.
Yeah, I guess it's fucked up.
I mean, she should get like negative points just for showing him trash.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
With no redeeming value.
Right. Akuma said, why did she say it that way? Throw up emoji. Halloweener says, Vicky didn't say it, she purred it. El DeGusto says, very erotic, very disgusting.
Yeah.
Something can both be erotic and disgusting, apparently. Altfact says, oh no, why would they ever focus on a woman? It's not like they're sexist.
Did we must have missed something.
No, I think, I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe we did miss something. But I don't care enough to check. Mini backyard pizza shop dwellers. Greetings, true believers. Yanafui says, shut up, Vicky. Sorry, Vicky, about that. I just wanted to be popular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
shut up, Vicky.
Dean does hold the trademark for that.
I do, and you all owe me about a nickel each. Is 8 Mile Meter different than 8 Mile? Asked Altfact. 8 Mile Meter is a a Nicolas Cage snuff film movie. Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm talking about Ethan's stream mentioning Vicky a lot. All right. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I think, guys, we're just gonna get into the stuffs. But before we do that, there he is.
I love that fucking thing.
I do too.
Sorry.
It's pretty good.
So great.
It is pretty good.
Little dancing JDA.
It's probably the only thing I enjoy in this world is...
I like when he moonwalks.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's...
So awesome.
It is pretty good. It never gets old, guys.
It doesn't. It never will.
I started using it as my webcam on other people's streams.
Oh, awesome.
Brian says, "What's up? We'll make you an honorary heterosexual, Dean." Oh, okay. Thanks for that. Thanks. Because I'm apparently gay. Fuck you guys. I hate you. Guys, let's just jump into things. We have Katie did on Frog Tonys. And there's something I caught while editing this video that I think you guys will also find interesting.
So I guess there's a bit of bad news. I don't know if Katie wants us to discuss this or not. It's kind of hard. Well, we'll rip the Band-Aid off, right? But Matt Bahr has DMCA'd Katie's channel. Matt Bahr did say he was going to do it. Katie should have been smart. What Katie should have did was go into the YouTube thing and claim Matt Bahr's stream first. Say it was her content. Pull a Uno reversal on him. Take him to court, Katie. File a counterclaim. Say it's fair use. If anything, I drag his ass to court and then make him waste money having to defend his DMCA. So Katie, what's up with the? I heard you got DMCA. Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it. Apparently Matt Bahr has been asking me to take the clip down. I have not seen it. I was not tagged in it to see, but I'm finding out about this now. So I put up a debate between Carbon Heart versus Wiggle and Matt Bahr. Yes, the clip was longer than it should be, and I can understand the argument behind that. And I'll be honest with you, if it was anybody else, I would consider it, but it's Matt Bahr. So I said, fuck you. It stays up.
So, what's really interesting is right at the end there, you heard her talk about how she didn't know Matt Bahr was asking her to take it down, even though he quote tweeted her. Asking very fucking nicely. So, I was surprised really with how nice. I was surprised with how nice he put it. But she said she never saw it, and then immediately after she says, "But I decided because it's Matt Bahr, fuck him. It stays up." Now, if you didn't know you were being asked to take it down, how could you make an active decision to say, fuck Matt Bahr, it's going to stay up regardless?
Oh, yeah. She's so full of shit.
You know, the only way you can make a decision, an active decision to keep it up, is if you know you're being asked to take it down.
Yeah.
So she's full of shit yet again. She always, tells on herself, which is...
Oh, man, it's so good, because she really does. It's amazing.
Yeah. And she was, for those of you that don't know the situation, should have probably explained it. Katie did uploaded a straight hour of Matt Bahr's content. No edits. Nothing. There was nothing to make it transformative. And as you heard, Matt Bahr asked her to take it down very nicely. She decided, fuck him.
The video did include 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes of Frog Tony's channel at the beginning, and then maybe another 5 minutes of Frog Tony's channel at the end.
But
the
straight hour
in between that was over an hour of Matt Bahr's stream.
No, it was an hour. It was actually less than a minute under an hour. But basically a straight hour.
Still an hour.
Yeah. And she decided, no, this is going to stay up even though I'm in the wrong. What's funny is she admits there that it was too long. What's funny is Tony suggesting that what Katie should have done was lied and claimed that that's her content and Matt Bahr stole it. And there's no actual way to do that.
Because it's just retarded.
Well, because Matt Bahr has it up first, and there's no way that she'd even be able to do that in the YouTube studio.
Yeah.
So that was dumb. And Tony should know these things.
Stupid. And you missed that you didn't include the part where he started to call for a false flagging campaign.
That did
during
happen.
that stream. Yeah, he was saying how Matt Bahr basically should be false flagged. He started talking about it.
Yeah.
He stopped himself like right in the nick of time, but that's right where he was going.
Yeah, and then you have Katie Did and Frog Tony getting Crimcell as their representative to file DMCA strikes on people on Twitter, and mostly really just to get Student of God.
Yeah, she even admitted it in some DM on Twitter. Oh, I'm trying to remember where I posted it because I know I saved it. But she had admitted that it was to get Student of God.
Yeah, which
Like
was
basically she'd sicked this Crimcell guy on Student of God. And I'm sorry, but that's, you know,
not cool.
kind of harassment.
Well, I mean, yeah,
You
for sure.
know, I mean, you can do your own freaking strikes, people.
Yeah, but you can
And that
also have a
Crimcell guy is
representative
so.
for sure.
Oh,
Like, you
you can, but he's so freaking unstable.
Yeah, that
He's the
dude's
guy
fucking
that
weird.
goes around like threatening people's families and stuff. You know?
Yep. You involved your
I found
family.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'll bring up the image of the DM somebody posted with Katie Did talking about
Here, it's in our
No, I
DMs.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so here you'll see Katie Did says, "It won't be happening again. It was directed only to Student of God. I wouldn't strike anyone I wouldn't strike anymore or continue it." Meaning that she has. To continue
she
it would
tried.
mean that you have struck them. And the person says that's good to hear. Keep in mind, it doesn't matter who it was directed at. You clip others and others will clip you. You criticize others and others will criticize you. That's how it works. All that is fine. Not swatting, not getting families involved, and not DMCAs for fair use, free speech content. When you break these barriers, others will break them too. And sometimes these others will have no cool escalating it to dangerous, even deadly territory. It's happened before, and it will happen again if left unchecked. Blah, 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 blah.
A nice bit of concern trolling. But let's all keep in mind that Katie Did is on the side that is making excuses for Riley.
Yeah.
So, like, which side is escalating what where? And what side's just like, man,
Yeah, stop
just
being a
don't
Spurgy
just
weirdo.
just don't be just don't take people's freaking content.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
which side
that's
is going to escalate things? You got Crimcell as your representative, the same dude that literally just
threatens to,
involve
rape
your
people's family members.
Thinks
for
it's
no
cool.
reason.
It'll be funny if people's kids get like touched by Vito.
He's
Literally,
just
like he said that to Matt Bahr, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?"
yeah.
So
There's something seriously wrong with him.
yeah, and
And both Tony and Katie are going to be using him as their agent. Though I guess Katie's going to stop trying to strike people now.
but no word on Frog Tony yet, guys. Whether or not
The
he's
same
still
guy. It's pretty ironic too, because like this is Tony stole art from Matt Bahr and put it on a mug.
Yep.
And Matt Bahr could have DMCA struck his Teespring, and he didn't. He let it slide. Tony still argues that it's fair use because Tony's a stupid idiot, right? And then they just go into this, oh, it's okay if we break all the norms of a clipping channel because I'm Katie Did and I hate Matt Bahr. And all these people that I'm hanging with right now, they hate Matt Bahr too. And it's like, what? Why would you? I just don't understand.
You want to know what I find interesting? A little bit off topic. Katydid is actually the name of a bug, and it's very
Yeah.
suiting because Katie is an insect. Just thought that was kind of interesting. Richie Poop says Katydid is wife of one of Ethan's pay pigs? Question mark.
No.
No.
Oh no. No.
Oh wait, I meant Patty. She is such a brilliant Moriarty type villain. Big brained. What the fuck? I can steal because I don't like that guy. No, but she couldn't
She couldn't.
because she got DMCA struck. And as we're about to see, guys, Ethan makes some of the weirdest defenses for Katie.
Yeah, he ties himself up in some serious knots
Yeah,
over this one.
and it's funny because the video, it's gonna start off with Ethan essentially agreeing with our side. So let's go ahead and take a listen, guys.
Katydid, who is a clip. She runs a clip channel that I use, and she mostly clips Yellow Flash. She mostly clips Eric July. Who was it? Which one of these guys was it? No, Matt Bahr. Matt Bahr came in and took one of her clips down. Katydid has come to me before, and she wanted to clip like an hour of my content. Maybe it was like 40 minutes. It was something that was way too long. It was like, the majority of my live stream that she wants to represent without, added context or commentary or anything. That's what clip channels do. And I said, you can have all of it. You can have all 40 minutes, but break it down to 10-minute videos.
It was even less for EVS. Even less. You see, she stole an hour of Matt Bahr's content. Didn't have a polite conversation with him like she chose to do with Ethan. And for Ethan, it was only 40 minutes. She asked, could I upload a straight 40-minute clip of yours from your stream? And Ethan said, no, that's too long.
Because clip channels don't provide content or context.
Yeah. So it was interesting. 20 minutes less was too long for Ethan. Yet he now goes on, you're going to hear him continue on to somehow still defend Katydid. And she's in the right and Matt Bahr's in the wrong, even though 40 minutes was too much for EVS. So
that's all. Just break it down. 4 videos, 10 minutes each, and then you can have it. But the idea of just like sort of adopting or taking all this content, just throwing.
Did you guys hear that? He said dog pile on Katydid.
On your channel with no commentary. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. But Katie asked me, and there's somebody else, and Katie's friendly. That's me talking to somebody who's on my side.
He never answered.
Yeah, Katie's friendly. Alyssa.
He never what?
He never said how that went. He never said if Katie uploaded the 40 minutes or if she broke it up.
I think the assumption is she broke it up.
She broke it up.
Right. But here's the interesting thing. It's like, well, what would Ethan have done if she decided I'm going to upload the straight 40 minutes? Would he have asked her to take it down like Matt Bahr did? And what would he have done if she said, no, because it's Ethan, fuck him, and she left it up? Would he have struck her?
He may not have struck her, but he would have run her out of the community.
Yeah.
And he could do that. He could slam her out of the community.
But would he have asked her to take it down? And when somebody doesn't, aren't you within your right? I mean, you are.
I think you are.
To strike them. I mean, no, it's nothing about think. It's just the law.
Yeah.
DMCAs are a legal process. So it's just very interesting to think about.
Clips is not friendly. She doesn't like me. I think her audience doesn't like me. But there's a new attitude going on, I think, right now, spearheaded by Yellow Flash. spearheaded by somebody like Vicky Verse.
Is this true, Vicky?
I'm not going to say anything.
Mm,
Of course, it's not fucking true.
sure.
Spearheaded by Matt Bahr, who really was the first one. Matt Bahr came in and he just
I
like
love
fucking.
Hold on. I love how Matt Bahr was the last one he mentioned. Like, he pulls Yellow Flash out of his ass for no reason.
Yeah, that was
Right?
interesting.
That was just a weird stretch. I mean, I'll blame Yellow Flash. I'll put lots of shit on Yellow Flash, but he just pulls him out of his ass, right? And then it's me, because he has to get me in every single time he mentions this. And then the one who actually copyright struck her, the one who, quote, started it all, is the third one he mentions.
It is a weird choice.
It's a very weird choice.
Yeah.
It's like he was trying to figure out where he wanted to go.
Yeah, because he can't just tell the truth.
One of Katie Did's videos, Katie took a clip, a long clip, granted, of him talking, doing something. I don't even know what it was.
Okay. So, I mentioned this on Lord Raptor Jesus. Oh, nice. Woo, Pay Pig Powers, says St. Patrick T. Welcome to being a Pay Pig. No, I mentioned this on Lord Raptor Jesus's. Nobody check him out. He sucks. No, I'm joking. Everybody go check him out. He's in the chat. People can post links if they want to, please. But it's like, he mentions here, he doesn't actually know what this is about.
Nope.
And it's so interesting to think that, like, why is it so hard for people to not talk about shit if they don't know what the fuck's going on? Katie Did makes it look impossible. Ethan also seems to struggle with the concept. But I deeply plead with you guys. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't fucking talk about it. Just shut the fuck up. It's not hard. I know Katie Did makes it look like it's an impossible task. It's like, it's almost like climbing Mount Everest if Mount Everest was on the fucking moon. But just shut the fuck up if you don't know what the fucking topic is. Thank you. I plead with you guys, please. Don't be them.
Please don't.
And provided it on her channel for people like me to comment on, should I ever want to talk about Matt Bahr again. And Matt Bahr struck her. He copyright struck her.
Okay, can I just
Now,
say one thing really quick?
No.
I'm going to. This is actually, if you're listening to Ethan, it's actually all about how Ethan needs Katie Did to be his source of clips for his live streams. That's what he's actually saying this entire time. Because he'll say for me to laugh at Eric July and put these clips on my stream, for in case I want to, EFAP Matt Bahr in the future, in case, I mean, it's all about him using Katie Did's channel.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, it's like, dude, well, why don't you just like pay her to do it? She could just be your actual, like, clipper, like a profession, but that's, I don't know. Wow, we have 118 people watching. Remember, guys, please like and share the stream unless you think it's trash. Then don't like and share the stream. Consider becoming a pay pig. Like I always say, for just $5 a month, you too, like Patrick T, like Chris Stanley, like Kay Brady, you too could throw away $5 a month. For just $5 a month, you too can throw away $5 a month. Thank you. Wiggle says, hail the chat, hail Dean and Vicky, hail, brother, brother. Brother, not sister, brother. Don't hail that dude. That dude's weird.
Allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. There's something called honor. I mean, still, as much as I am skeptical.
All right. Let's see who are the lucky people. All right, so we got Chris Stanley gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Chris Stanley. And Michael Dietchi was gifted 1. Lord Raptor Jesus, oh no!
Oh,
Carol
no.
Colors, Wiggle, and Rockaho. I like that name, Rockaho.
I do like it too.
Yeah, you all were gifted. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, you are now Pay Piglets because you were gifted subs.
Yes.
You know.
Cool about YouTube and how I feel about what YouTubers do, and this clout chasing bullshit. There's still something that I believe in, and it's still the First Amendment. It's related to the First Amendment, but there's something about there's honor. I'm gonna use YouTube to say what I want to say, and I'm not gonna react. I'm not gonna hurt you, even though I could. If you want to take a little clip from this show, and you want to represent it, or if you want to comment on my show, I could still copyright strike anybody who used my content at all. I could.
Hold on, just a sec.
Yeah, I was.
He couches this in the First Amendment, and I'd like to say I want to couch some of this in the Fifth Amendment. You're allowed the right to your own property without somebody trying to steal it from you, which is what Katie was doing to Matt Bahr.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which is, no, it's just interesting. It's like I can copyright strike anybody using any content of mine. It's like, no, you can't, dude. Ethan's being a disingenuous fuck. He knows what fair use is. He knows what isn't fair use. But as you'll hear, it gets worse.
Vickyverse here is treading on dangerous ground. I think Matt Bahr, I think he has a head wound. I think he does, because people are telling me that he does. And I think at this point he does, because he actually copyright struck Katie Did's channel for a clip of his. I don't understand. If that's how it is, the rules are changing because there are some assholes out there who are incapable of criticism. I've said this before. The only reason Katie Did is clipping Eric July's stuff is to hold it up for criticism. And I've said before, Eric can't handle criticism. If Eric July were to strike down Katie Did's channel, Katie Did is clipping out 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes so that I can look at it and I can comment on it. Eric's just proven my point. He can't handle criticism. And Vickyverse and the people like Eric who are also taking down Katie Did are setting a mad precedent that I don't want to happen. All right, so what the fuck? Yeah, so this is just bad news. It's a bad idea because it sets a precedent. And if we can't respect each other, if Vickyverse, and Alyssa, I know you're watching, and Alyssa, I want you to be on my side about this because I know we don't disagree. I know we probably disagree about most things. But what's happening here is Vickyverse is putting people in a position where they're going to have to retaliate and reciprocate. So when she's saying to Eric July and to others that, hey, you guys should all mass copyright strike Katie Did's channel. Katie Did's channel is no different than yours, Alyssa, except it's less prolific, right? Mass copyright strike Katie Did. Well, she's putting me in a position and other people in a position to have to say, all right, well, if that's the way it is, Vickyverse, this idiot, is kind of taking all these unspoken rules of honor that we share here on the internet. If she's going to copyright strike Katie Did, who simply clips moments from long Eric July streams that I don't want to fucking watch, but she clips them to 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 10 minutes so that I can do this and I can comment on them more easily. If Vicky is going to punish her for that, I don't see why you get to have your channel. I'm telling you, man, Vicky should not go down this road. Everybody should tell Vicky she's a stupid cunt. And I hope they are. I mean, if you haven't yet, go over there and let her know that she is, because she's wrong. And this is something that people should fight to preserve and protect.
Yeah, so it's interesting
Yeah.
language he uses there. It's Vickyverse doesn't deserve her channel. She's putting people in a position where they're gonna have to retaliate. Everybody
Yeah,
should
I
go over there and tell them how stupid she is.
Like, these people don't have their own fucking agency. Like Eric July can decide whether or not to strike Katie did for stealing his content. Like Matt Bahr can't decide whether or not he's going to strike Katie did for stealing his content. The only one who did, Eric July hasn't, and he basically says that he did. I haven't. What am I going to strike? Like, what content am I supposed to be copyright striking of Katie did's? I don't even think she's clipped us.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just people can. I'm not trying to make Ethan take some sort of stand. I'm not trying to make people go after Katie did. I'm just telling you what happened. And what happened is she stole Matt's content.
Yeah. And also Eric July's.
And Eric July's.
Yeah. So it was interesting.
It's-
Interesting decision he made.
I really don't appreciate the Brigade Vicky and Dean's channel and Brigade Vicky, or this the next day he's sending people after me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, it's like I don't know why, but Ethan always needs other people to fight his battles. Like I said before, he did it on Kiwi Farms. Why aren't you guys attacking Eric July? Why do you need people to fight your battles? He did it with us. Dean and Vicky aren't doing their jobs.
Whatever that meant.
By not, but they need to go after Eric July. Why do you need us to
Yeah.
fight your battles for you? I mean, I've criticized Eric July plenty, but there's just nothing to criticize right now. Like, even though you focus on him every day, why do you need us to fight your battles for you? And then it's everybody should go to Vicky and Dean's channel. They don't deserve their channel. Everybody should go over there. They're putting people.
I believe in the
people need
First
to-
Amendment, but Vicky and Dean, they don't deserve to be able to have those First Amendment rights that I so believe in. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, and so it's like it's so interesting. He always needs other people to fight his battles. The guy's, I said it on Twitter, the guy's the same pussy he was back when he worked for Marvel, sitting in his car doing videos talking about fucking blueberries. He's the same pussy. He just lowered his voice a few octaves. And that's it. The guy's a piece of shit.
I think he was working for DC at the time.
I don't give a shit. I don't actually give a shit where he was working. He's a fucking pussy. Let's read what the chat
Yeah.
has to say. We've had a lot of chats. Kathy fucked around and found out. I think he meant Katie. I'm already bored, Raptor. You doing a stream, seen this stuff all week. Thanks, Risey.
Oh, we're giving you some new stuff, Ricey, if you want to hang around.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how you would have saw that. Yeah. But anyways, Joe Kaznaw says EVS still collects about $100,000 a year in royalties from DC Comics.
Yep.
Altfact says he was fucking up all over. His online activity, his inability to make deadlines, and then he's also harassing people. Come on. Halloweener says he constantly wears the believe me look. That is true. That is a true fact. Vicky, Katie did cat fight, says Cherry. I skipped over a lot of chats, guys. Wiggles laughing. Vicky and Dean, EVS begged the Kino Casino to A-log Eric July. They refused. I believe it. Pieman has...
believe it.
Yeah, Pieman has no power. The only people he commands are mentally challenged weirdos, a la Callan and that Crimson Golem guy. Blackberries. That's what his wife likes. because he's a cuck. He's a better con artist than illustrator. That's an interesting point. Dingleberries. Didn't most of Comicsgate prop up Eric July for a year before they turned on him? Yes.
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 Yes, they did.
For a year, they let Eric July shove his cock down their throat, and then after a year, they said, I don't want to do this anymore. I hate you. Please take your cock out of my throat so I can constantly just A-log you.
I log you.
Sir. It's a two-prong attack of Crybully and using internet minions to protect him. Evan sent Worski a night letter for giving his opinion on Eric July. And yes, because Comicsgate is stupid. Now, guys, this
Wait.
one's...
Comicsgate is stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, this next clip, it's actually just kind of fun. Let's watch.
Sebastian and on. I got a theory on Vicky. Since she owes Preston all that money, do you think she owes Preston money for what? You think she's doing his bidding? She causes Comicsgate trouble and tries to impact her sales and ability to fight the trademark lawsuit. She does? How? This is like all the opposite of reality, Sebastian, as far as I know. And let me explain. The Preston Polter lawsuit, which sought to sue me, Vicky, and Dean, DA Talks. Vicky's case got dismissed out of jurisdiction.
Yep.
Preston tried to sue her in the state of Texas, and Vicky lives in North Carolina, I believe. And so Vicky just said, you can't sue me here because I live in Texas because I live here. And case dismissed. And Vicky was able to walk. And Preston did the same thing to me, and we did the same thing, and we got the case dismissed. But then Preston refiled in the state of New Jersey, like he's coming after me. He hasn't done that to Vicky yet, and probably because I don't think he thinks that Vicky has any money, and there wouldn't really be any value in doing that. But he did pursue DA Talks, who DA Talks has no money. Like, what the fuck? So.
Yeah, Preston Polter isn't coming after me in North Carolina because there's this thing called tolling. And what happens is when you sue in the federal court, it stops the statute of limitations in the local court. And then when the federal case ended, he could have filed in North Carolina, but there's this little thing where they have to prove that they actually served you. And he never even served me for the case in Texas. That's why he didn't go after me in North Carolina, because he fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
I wanted to get that out because it feels really good to say Preston Polter fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, Vicky doesn't owe any money. Is Vicky impacting my sales? I mean, is she? I haven't noticed. Is Vicky impacting my ability to fight the trademark lawsuit? In fact, Vicky has been deposed by my attorney and Preston's attorney regarding the trademark and regarding defamation too. And she had to be honest. She was under oath, and her deposition was 100% favorable to my side. No, I just think she's a fucking bitch. I mean, that's all it is.
Well, that was based in true.
That's true.
That's based in true. You are a bitch.
She's a terrible person.
I am.
Okay, he's starting to win me over. She is a terrible person. These are facts.
Look at the stuff she's saying. I'm like, why are you filled with so much hatred for something that has nothing to do with you? Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's not as though you are an SJW in the comic book industry. Like, what do you care? And most of the time, like, the stuff that she's saying is like, it's not relevant to Comicsgate. Her overall point is the people who are in Comicsgate are imperfect human beings who, make mistakes sometimes as people. And here they are making a mistake. And it's kind of like, is this Hollywood? Like, it's just, we're retarded comic book creators on the indie scene.
That is also a fact. That is
true.
Well, it's a half fact. They would be retarded comic book creators if they would sit down and create their comics But they are retarded. And I'll
Yeah.
give him that. That is also a fact.
Yeah, we do make mistakes. Oh my God, Ethan had a few drinks and got into a car. Here is video of that. It's like, first of all, I was completely sober. Completely
Oh yeah,
sober.
yeah,
I would never. I mean, the
sure he was. He was so oh Jesus.
Super sober, guys.
last
He
drink
was
that I had was an hour
slurring and,
before
like-
that.
Oh,
It was a good video.
Ridiculous. Completely sober. But even if I was, like, would that impact my ability to do this? Does it have anything to do with, have you seen me do that before? Am I always getting pulled over for DUIs? Do I have a criminal record? Is it stopping me from my ability to draw? Like, none of it's relevant. You know, it's just trash. It's just garbage that has nothing to do with comics. So, you know, it is, I did see the video though. Dean made like double vision. It made me look like such an asshole. But you know what? Sometimes I am. And sometimes we all are. So that's just kind of the way it goes. But no, I don't know why Vicky does what she does. I think it's just a hobby for her.
I like the gaslighting about the video, right? Because yes, the video had nothing to do with comics. When was the last time Ethan actually, oh, I'm sorry, he did a launch stream for Shane today.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about Shane's new comic. He doesn't talk about comics anyway. This was all in response to the Flashcast.
Yeah.
That's what this was, right? It was in response to everything he was saying about Nick Rekieta. And he just stripped it of all context to gaslight, like we're just A-logging him about having a couple of drinks at a ball game. When in fact, he was lit as fuck and wanted to drive home. And his kid's like, you should give me the keys.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah.
So I just want people to know in the chat that like I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck if you're just gonna be like an A-logging faggot. I will kick you from the chat. And so I did.
And by the way, that's enough. I mean, you know, choosing to be a thorn in the side of some political activist is fun. Like if I had some time, I'd kind of bust David Hogg's balls all day. You know, if I had the time to do it. I hate that dude. What would I get out of it? Nothing. Fun. You know, that's enough of a reason. The internet. Yashimataru says E is right. Wait, E is right. Listen to Lord.
That was the end of that, right?
That is the end of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, who are new to Comics Gate and its environs, Dean, Ethan, and I were sued by Preston Polter in Texas. I was dismissed. Ethan was dismissed, like he said in the video. Dean issued a non-apology apology. And Ethan is still being sued in New Jersey. He doesn't talk about that one very much. He talks about the trademark lawsuit every once in a while. But he's also being sued by Preston Polter in front of the USPTO. So at the same time, Ethan was telling people to brigade our channel and harass me on Twitter. I was busy writing a declaration for his trademark trial. I was helping him save Comicsgate while he was sicking Comicsgate on our channel.
Yeah. And to be fair, right? I know people in the chat aren't gonna like that. But what Preston's doing is far worse. And what he plans to do is far worse than Ethan.
No, this isn't like a some long ass gay op of me and Dean really friends with Ethan behind the scenes. It's not. It really is
A
just
matter of right and wrong.
it's a matter of right and wrong, and having a moral compass and standing by what you believe is true.
Yeah,
And what I believe is
I've
Go
done
ahead.
I've whatchamacallit done declarations for Preston. I mean not Preston, Ethan as well. Not because I like Ethan, but because it is a matter of right and wrong, you know. So
Yeah. I mean,
even though we're helping save Comicsgate,
we're still gonna talk shit about
Ethan wants to sick Comicsgate on us. But that will never sway what we decide to do, which is always the right thing.
Yeah. And it's funny because you've got the A-loggers out there like Frog Tony and Dick Masterson and Vito trying to snap at Eric July for using this image, this Ratfink image in this Gooding book. And I've been on Twitter, I'm like, dude, you guys are just wrong. It's okay. He didn't break any laws. He can't be sued. How do you know? Well, I asked an attorney because I was writing this declaration and I asked a guy who knows something about what he's talking about. I mean, if they want to tell Ethan's attorney that he's wrong about Eric July, they're more than welcome to try.
All right. So some people want us to explain in the chat.
Okay.
So I don't actually want to save Comicsgate, but I do want to stop Preston from being able to use Comicsgate to copyright strike people off of YouTube, because that's gay. That's extremely gay. That's always going to be gay. And anybody that would rather that win is also gay.
Because he said that. I mean, that's his. He wants to get rid of anybody who uses Comicsgate anywhere because he'll own the trademark.
I don't like Comicsgate. I've never pretended to like Comicsgate. But trying to strike people off of the platform just for using Comicsgate is a piece of shit.
All because you don't like. All because Ethan wouldn't have you on his YouTube show to promote you.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, I hope Comicsgate also burns, because that would be funny.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a great year.
But
so far.
wanting to silence people just because they use Comicsgate isn't right, and it never will be right. And anybody that wants that side to win over, fucking, I mean, if you don't like me, you can fuck off. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna sit here and I'll be waiting and watching as Comicsgate becomes nothing more than Ethan's personal brand.
Yeah.
Because he'll own the trademark. And I'm fine with that. I'm I've been looking forward to it for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. So don't don't get it twisted. This isn't out of some love of Ethan or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just the amount of people that Preston would hurt because he's lashing out at Ethan Van Sciver, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Actually, he stated it. I don't even couch it in that. What am I doing?
And then when it comes to the and that's just the trademark case. When it comes to the defamation case,
that's
Preston, that one's also very fucking personal, because he sued Vicky and I and Ethan all together, and lied throughout the whole thing. Also,
he lied to the court multiple times. He told the court that he served me in California when I'd been in North Carolina.
Yeah. So I mean Preston can really get fucked always when it comes to these lawsuits. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't countenance that. Some of the shit that they've said about Dean and I, his lawyers, in legal papers was just uncalled for and unprofessional.
Yeah.
So fuck him.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers the questions in the chat. And like I said, if wait, what happened here?
You can Google the Texas lawsuit. It's on, you can find it. There's videos about the trademark suit on my channel. I haven't updated it in a little while, but I'm going to try to get one out in the next couple of weeks because a bunch of stuff has happened over there.
I don't understand your question, Alt Fact, if you could expand on it a little more. I don't get what you're asking. Berkaman says, Brian Christow, hey, it's the other great AI creator of this fun club. Morg says, at the end of the day, as much as EVS hates DNV, if he wins in court, he'll never ever be able to reflect on his victory without having to think of DNV. It's fucking great. Yep.
Damn, Skippy. Yeah, I mean that is also like a bonus.
That is true. And a useless trademark it will be. Peggy Polter / Nick Ricada, both trust fund babies, both perverts, as well as John Delarose. So that's also a name you could have put in there. Artists have to work for Corpse because they can't run a business. Vicky said the legal filing had uncalled.
Things like they said I lived in a homeless shelter because because I live up in a building owned by a 501c3 that I work for, and when they pulled up some lame ass listed everything in the United States as a homeless shelter website, we were listed on there, but we're not. They also there isn't one in my town. They said some things about Dean too that were just bad. I mean, like I said, all of the filings are available. You can see them. They're all public. The TM, the New Jersey case, the federal case in Texas that's over. It's all out there. You can read everything, see all the evidence.
Yeah. I mean, there's multiple lies in the filings. And so yeah, always a piece of shit, Preston. I don't like Comicsgate, but I mean, what Preston wants to do with that trademark is far worse.
Worse than
because it's what we're complaining about. Ethan trying to do with getting his fucking fans to flag us. Yeah. I can't then support Preston's side of that trademark lawsuit if I'm, gonna bitch about Ethan trying to get his fans to silence us. I can't, you know what I mean? You gotta be morally consistent or else you don't have morals.
Exactly.
They're not morals if you flip-flop on them.
And we're really trying. I spend a lot of time really trying to stay in that moral framework, especially on YouTube and on the internet. That's harder. It's hard. You have to actually consciously think about it a little bit more, I think, because, it's just the internet and you can do or say anything and there are very few consequences. So it's easy to get off kilter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
TC says, sorry, Vicky. I don't care if it's a lie. I will always find the homeless Vicky meme funny.
And that is okay. You are welcome to.
Yeah. Somebody said, I think it was X-War, Vicky is using the McDonald's Wi-Fi. That was also funny. Halloween.
Actually, it's a coffee shop, around the corner
it's Starbucks.
from a dumpster.
Around the corner from your dumpster. CG is funded by Autistic Trust Fund babies. Altfact says, you don't have to be anything if your audience is that stupid. True. Preston and Ethan both want to flag you. Why help one over the other? Because it's not about helping Ethan. It's about stopping Preston from flagging everybody that used Comicsgate on their YouTube to silence them. I don't give a shit that Ethan wants to flag us. I don't like that. That doesn't mean that other people should have their channels flagged because that's
Yeah.
what Preston plans to do with it.
Preston involved us in it, right? When he tried to sue us in Florida. But Preston lied from the beginning when he claimed he claimed to already own the Comicsgate trademark, and he never did. And so he lied to us personally, like pretty much like I guess to our internet faces. I would say. And so I take that really personally. He
Yeah.
tried
I don't even care
to-
about that. It's really just stopping him from striking people. Like, just because, like, I think you're stupid for being Comicsgate doesn't mean that I think you should be silenced for being
Yeah.
Comicsgate. And that's just straight up, like, that's what it comes down to for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just because I think you're stupid doesn't mean I think you should be silenced ever. Unless you're breaking the law or stealing from somebody, like Katie did, I don't think you should be silenced. Because you have a right to your speech. And so it's always been about stopping Preston from doing that.
And Ethan shouldn't have his business destroyed by Preston Polter because Sheila Aliens found Preston Polter's porno. I just think that's wrong in general.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what it all comes down to, is Preston trying to destroy Ethan over something that he didn't really have any control over. So
Yeah. Katie did steal, says TC. Yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
Um,
she pretty much did. I'm not even gonna say pretty much. She did. She stole an hour of content.
yeah. So, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Thank you to the lovely 120 people that are still here. 121. Thank you for sticking all the way through. Remember to like, share, consider throwing away $5 a month by becoming
So
a pay
Dean
pig.
So Dean can call you a pay pig, and there are no other benefits.
Other than there are a few emojis.
There are some emojis and an empty Discord.
And an empty Discord that you could also join. So these are like really fucking good benefits, guys.
They are.
Yeah, these are the emojis. We have PayPig. We have Ethan. We have, oh, I accidentally did Ethan twice. Here's a cider. And you won't get more emojis. And that's it, guys. So, thank you all and have a wonderful night. All of the new members, the Pay Piglets, there's a link to the Discord in a members only post. So
Have a fabulous night, everybody.
or don't. I don't care.